Guys, it's April 13th, Monday, April 13th, and hope you've been doing some workouts. I'm hoping that we have some new people that are going to be doing some of the workouts that I've been designing. So I wanted to make sure that we discussed how I like to design my workouts. It's not just sometimes it's not your typical run through every single set and rep of a particular exercise. I like to try to get exercises that are opposite each other. So maybe a push and a pull exercise, then include a core exercise. So we're going to talk about that briefly, and also how I'm planning on incorporating some of the running, some of the sprinting aspects of it. So you new people, make sure you watch this video. So first of all, make sure you always warm up. You warm up 5 to 10 minutes. The ideal warm up should include some just some bodily movements that are going to be similar to what you're going to be doing in your lifts. You don't have to do a ton of static stretching. That's where you're sitting there holding the stretch for 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, do movements that you're going to be doing in your lift. Arm movements, jogging, some walking lunges. I like to incorporate hip cars and hip openers, ankle work. Again, you're trying to do that for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll do backwards runs, karaoke's. If you know you're going to do just an upper body day, make sure that you still want to get your blood flowing by jogging, but do some upper body movements that are going to be similar to what you're going to be doing. Again, the warm up is very important. It's going to help you decrease the risk of injury and prepare you for what you're going to do in your lift. The way I design my workouts is I will do 1A, 1B, 1C. Sometimes I'll incorporate a warm up, which would be WU. But for now, I'm just doing 1A, 1B, 1C. Then I have a set and a rep range. So when you do, what you do is you'll work through 1A, 1B, and 1C. Okay, you won't do all of 1A and then go to 1B, then go to 1C. You'll do 1A once, your sets and your reps, and you go to 1B, do your set and your reps, and then do it 1C, 1D, etc. Okay, the idea behind it is you can continuously move, okay, with limited rest. Still, the ideal rest range is probably going to be 2 minutes, especially if you're going really heavy or really intense. But to condense the workouts and get more in, every workout should really be under an hour. After that, you're overexerting yourself, and your actually body becomes more catabolic, or you start breaking down more than in an anabolic state. So I'll do like 1A could be a lower body exercise. 1B could be a bench press or a push up. 1C could be a row. So you'll do legs, then you'll do a push movement, and then you'll do a pull movement. So you can keep going and you can keep cycling through with limited rest. Okay, then you'll move, once you've done all of one, then you'll go to 2A, do your first set, your number of reps. Then you'll go to 2B, your first set, number of reps. 2C, first set, number of reps. Then back to 2A to do your second set, certain number of reps, and so forth. Okay, then you'll work through the workout like that. I have incorporated some sprint and running type work. I wish I was there to work with you guys on that. Watch the YouTube videos. Okay, work on those drills. If you're going to do real hard sprint work, don't do them right before your lift. Do them the day after. You can do them the day before as long as you're not killing yourself, okay? I'm trying to get some of these lifts pretty intense, so you got to be careful with your sprint work, especially with regards to your hamstrings, okay? But do the drills. You can do some of the sprint drills beforehand. I just don't want you doing all-out sprints. You can do some of the cardio, a little more endurance training before your workouts or after your workouts. Just be very careful with when you're doing your sprints. Typically, you want at least 48 hours of rest in between each body part work. So if I'm doing full body 3 times, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, make sure you're doing them at the same time or later, or you can make it like a Monday, Thursday, Saturday lift. Okay, don't try not to get into Sunday, because we usually start on Monday for the next lift. But again, each body part. So if I'm doing upper body, okay, if I do upper body on Monday, wait until Wednesday, give yourself 48 hours. You can do your sprint work and your running work in between that. Okay, so again, I think the sprint work is going to be very important, and the running and all that stuff. And we can, as we get back together, we can incorporate some agility, some additional sprint work. The last thing is make sure that you are cooling down. You know, it can be a 5-minute walk. And then do some of your static stretching. When you static stretch, your stretches should last 15 plus seconds. The reason being is you have a natural reaction in your body that when you stretch, your muscles are going to contract. So you got to get past that, okay? And the only way to do that really is time. So again, each static stretch should be 15 plus seconds. You can hold it longer. You can foam roll a little bit you want. You can do some partner stretching. If you have a parent or somebody in the household, that'll help you stretch. But again, YouTube's a great tool to look at different types of stretches. Understand your body, understand how you feel, understand where you may feel tighter. In your warm up, if you're getting ready to do legs and you feel tight, you know, maybe spend a little more time on the leg warm up. Try to get loose. If you don't feel like you can go and do something with proper form, make sure that you are doing less intensity, less weight. Okay, again, make sure your form. You're not going to feel the same every day. You're not going to feel 100%. You may come off of a night where you didn't sleep very well. Maybe you take it a little bit easier on that day. Okay, it's very important. Yes, you want to push yourself, but you also got to live smart. If you have any questions, you can always text me. Get one of the other coaches, one of your coaches, to text me if you have questions on it. They can get in contact with me, and I'll be happy to give you any information you need.